Follow your passion is actually some of the most powerful advice that you could receive in your entire life. If you're someone who is interested in creating a life for yourself where you feel like you are aligned with your true, authentic self, your life feels fun, it feels spontaneous, like a flow of synchronicity where you feel like you're using your top gifts and talents in a way that benefits the world, where you can have a career that you love, a relationship that you love, where you have a life that you love, then follow your passion is excellent advice. However, it is very, very, very misunderstood in our modern day culture. There is basically no guide that explains how to actually follow your passion. And this is something that I had to learn the hard way through lots of trial and error, failing, forcing things, making tons of mistakes, and all of those lessons I'm going to be sharing with you right now. So the first thing you need to understand about following your passion is that it is not about finding one individual activity or hobby that you love. So follow your passion is not about finding that one thing to commit your entire life to. Like, my passion is playing the guitar, or my passion is singing, or my passion is editing videos, or whatever it is. Your passion, very important. If you take anything away from this video, let it be this. Your passion is not an individual activity or hobby or thing that you do that you can just put a label on and say, oh, it's guitar or it's painting. That is not how it works. Okay? This is something that our culture kind of makes it seem like, find your passion. Like, oh, find that one thing that you want to do for the rest of your life. No, 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 no. As a human being, you need to realize that you are a multifaceted, multi-layered, multi-talented, multi-passionate being. You have many, 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 many different forms and flavors of passion. And actually, the thing I want you to realize here in this video is that what the advice follow your passion really means is to pay attention to your internal world on a moment-to-moment basis. So as you're living your life, instead of focusing all of your attention on the external happenings of what's going on in your job or in your school or in your relationship or on YouTube or in the news or whatever's going on outside of you, it's okay to pay attention to that a little bit, but some of your attention also needs to go internally as well, paying attention to, how am I feeling? What am I thinking about? What's on my mind? You'll notice that at certain times throughout the day, you feel a passionate excitement or an urge or an inspiration to do something. Now, it doesn't have to be an artistic endeavor like creating a song or a piece of poetry or whatever it is. Sometimes you might feel passionate to leave your house and go get some sun. Or you might feel passionate to make yourself a smoothie. Or you might feel passionate or excited to watch a certain YouTube video that you remember watching when you were a kid and you thought it was really funny and you just were reminded of it, so you wanted to go watch that YouTube video. So notice how none of these things have anything to do with creating some sort of life-defining career, okay? Follow your passion is not about creating in your mind a life-defining career. That can be part of it, and that usually comes as a side effect for following what I'm explaining now. But follow your passion. What it truly means is that in the moment, your heart, your intuition, your emotional guidance system speaks to you. It gives you signs, it gives you signals in the form of just a little bit of curiosity, a little bit of interest, a little bit of passion, a little bit of excitement. It's your job in the moment to just turn your attention inwards and to ask yourself the question, out of the many options that I could do in this moment, I could go make a snack, I could go on my phone, I could read a book, I could go outside, I could call a friend. In each moment, you have a variety of different options, different paths that you can take. Follow your passion is about trusting in your intuition. Your intuition speaks to you. Now, I want to create a little bit more clarity in this video about what this actually means and why we're doing this, okay? So, in each moment, your emotional guidance system is sending you signals for which option feels the most exciting, the most fun, the most intriguing. If you trust this principle of follow your passion, what that actually means is that you should trust and have faith that this option, even though you can't fully see or understand how this thing is going to connect to some sort of practical endeavor. Like, Adam, I don't see how going for a walk in the sun is going to make me money, or how it's going to pay my bills, or how it's going to connect practically to my career. The whole principle of follow your passion requires a little bit of blind faith. Now, this isn't a stupid faith like a religious person who's just reading the same book and has no intelligence to be able to evaluate it rationally. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the blind faith actually is sort of an intelligent faith, a trusting in the universal design, understanding on a very, very, very big picture level. And regardless of how new age or woo-woo this sounds, trust me, I had to read hundreds of books, scientific books, philosophy books, spirituality books, all kinds of books, just to be able to even get this kind of high-level understanding. So this isn't like just shit I made up. This is very, very well-documented, well-researched stuff. But on a very big picture level, you could say that your higher self, let's call it, or we can call it your true authentic self, that wants you to live a passionate, fun, exciting, beautiful life, a self-actualized life. This higher self, you can imagine, is guiding you. Now, metaphysically speaking, let's just take this as an analogy. I don't actually know where your higher self is like physically located. Let's just take this as an analogy, okay? You could say the universe or some sort of intelligent higher power on a moment-to-moment basis is actually guiding you towards the deepest, most fulfilling expression of your soul. Your emotions, your feeling of passion, that is your personal, authentic, genuine, highest frequency that is different for every person. So specifically, if you want to live according to your authentic path, if you want to be the main character of your own life, instead of worshiping celebrities who are so attractive to us because they've learned this principle that I'm sharing in this video. They've learned how to just unabashedly just be their authentic self, warts and all, without needing to filter themselves, without needing to put on a show or an act. They're just being themselves, and they've learned this skill. That's what makes them so attractive, and that's why people like us flock to them like moths to a flame, because they are shining their authentic, genuine, passionate frequency, which is a very high frequency. It's very fun, it's very childlike, it's very carefree, it's very loving, and it's a good feeling, and that's why we flock to that, because we want to be like them. So the mistake that we make is we try to copy other people wearing the same clothes that they wear, speaking in the same mannerisms, doing the same schedule or the same morning routine that they do, thinking that if we just copy them, then we'll be famous or we'll be attractive like they are. But this principle of follow your passion means that you can't follow somebody else's dharma or somebody else's truth or somebody else's path. You need to learn how to follow your own genuine path, to wear the clothes that you genuinely like for no other reason than you just like it. It's exciting for you to wear it. It's like, for example, in my life, when I was learning this principle, sometimes I would go to the clothes store and I would find these like crazy shirts. Like, I found this one, it looked like a Japanese kimono, and it was speckled with this black and white pattern, and it was just like, I found it in the girls section, actually. And traditionally speaking, if I wore this thing around my neighborhood, I would get some funny looks. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit off-putting. But I found that since it was genuine for me, since I actually liked it, then I actually get a lot of compliments when I wear it. Not because it's in, or because that's the trend, or that's what I read in a magazine, but because that's genuinely me. I just like it. And for no other reason than that, that's why I'm wearing it. So, what I'm saying in this video is that your higher self is guiding you through the feeling of passion, through the feeling of excitement. This is what it actually means to follow the flow, to be in the flow, to be in harmony, to be synchronized with the universe, so that your business feels like it flows easily, so that you can make money, or you can be attracted to the right money making opportunities in a way that just fits. It just fits for you. I'm talking about, this is how you actually live on your personal authentic frequency. So quantum physics tells us that reality is infinite potentials. There's infinite potential parallel realities. This is true on the subatomic level. And now I know that sounds a little like, how do you even wrap your mind around that? That's kind of weird. Like, it's not what I was taught in school, right? It's not the Newtonian paradigm where everything's just three-dimensional. But what we've discovered in the quantum revolution is very spooky and weird, but it's true on the subatomic level, is that reality is a field of potential. And there's infinite different parallel versions of you living in infinite different parallel realities. And we've learned, not just through one guy who made this up in his bedroom, but this is like a reoccurring pattern. If you read the success books of the last 100 years, like Think and Grow Rich, like Psycho-Cybernetics, like The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, like The Science of Success, like Reality Transurfing. When you read these books and you take the big picture view and you look at the overlapping patterns, and I have a book list that you can click the link in the description that you can see all these books that I'm talking about. you zoom out, you really try to grasp like what's actually going on here in life, you see that the way you choose to live in each moment is what creates your life experience. So, literally speaking, the kind of job that you have, the kind of relationship that you have, the kind of body that you have, the kind of fulfillment and happiness that you have, the kind of experiences that you get to have, all of this is a direct one-to-one correlation to how you are living in each moment, how you are choosing your internal state. So notice how this connects to what I'm saying about follow your passion, because when you choose on a moment to moment basis to just do the thing that feels natural, that feels organic, spontaneous, fun, authentic, and you do that thing on a moment to moment basis, just trusting that it's gonna work, not needing to have the whole plan figured out, but it's a little bit of a trust fall. Trusting that there's something bigger that's unfolding. The universe is playing you like an instrument. You have to kind of surrender, like a jazz musician, for example, like a really good jazz musician. He doesn't even know what note is coming next. He doesn't know. He just plays the note that feels the best in his soul. In that moment, in the whole context of the accompanying instruments, in based on the energy of the room that he's in, based on the phase of his life that he's in. He just plays the note that feels the best, that he's most passionate to play that note in that moment. There's no logical plan that's going on. There's no like, but don't I have to play this note in order to get to this note? And it's not there's no mind activity that's going on in this jazz musician's mind, and when he's in the flow state. He's just literally following his excitement in each micro moment of that performance. Now, what I'm saying is that I was reading Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Act, and the first quote in the entire book, it's a great book, you should read it. The first quote in the entire book is, "The goal is not to make art. The goal is to live in that wonderful state that makes art inevitable." So what I'm saying is you need to live your life in order to follow your passion properly. It's not about finding that one thing in your mind that you want to do logically. And creating some sort of like strategy to realize it later in the future. Maybe there's a little bit of that can happen if that's exciting to you. Go ahead. Nothing wrong with that. I've done that with my coaching clients. It's okay to do that a little bit. If you're excited to do that, you like the idea of planning your life in the future, that's fun for you, go ahead. But what I'm saying is that in order to live in that wonderful state that makes art inevitable, where life sort of just unfolds spontaneously. The bridge comes up underneath your feet. The path comes up underneath you. You can't see how everything is going to connect and come together in the end. It's just like a spontaneous performance, like a jazz musician improvising. The principle is that when you learn how to maintain a good feeling state by radically trusting your emotional guidance system, that when I do what feels good and exciting, regardless of if it practically makes sense or if it's logical to do this thing, but I just do it anyways because that's what feels good. Like, that's how I chose my recording location today. Logically speaking, I probably should have recorded at my house because I have a whole studio there. I have a nice lighting setup. I have a nice room, a background. It's better quality, all of this. So, practically speaking, I probably should have recorded at my house. But since I'm allowing the universe to play me like an instrument, the universe through me just plays the note that just feels the best. Okay? So the note that just felt the best was me coming outside to record. And I have no logical explanation why. There's no reason why I should have came outside to record today. In fact, I have many reasons why I shouldn't have came outside to record. The lighting's not great. There's some background noise over there. There's people walking by. But at the end of the day, I trust that whatever feels exciting, whatever feels good, will keep me in that wonderful state that makes art inevitable. Okay? So there's some other factors that I've found in my life that I'll just leave as side points in addition to following your highest excitement. Some other things I found is eating clean food, lots of fruit, and staying hydrated, which I've spoken about in other videos. I've drank lots of lemon water today, some celery juice. I had a wild blueberry smoothie. I had an apple. So I'm eating lots of clean fruits. And later in the day, I'm going to have some steamed potatoes, some leafy greens. So I'm making sure my body is fed with nutrients. Now, the follow your highest excitement principle doesn't really work, I found, in terms of diet. I think the way it works is that I am more excited to actually feed my body healthy nutrients than I am to like eat pizza. So the highest excitement thing scares people because they think, Adam, if I just follow my highest excitement, won't I just become like a dilapidated pleasure seeker? Where all I do is just like be a hedonist. I just eat pizza and watch porn all day. And what I'm saying is that the principle of following your highest excitement never fails because it will always lead you into the lessons that your soul needs to learn at an accelerated rate so that you can accumulate the experiences that you need to have to become the person that you need to be to create the life that you want to live. So, if your highest excitement is honestly, genuinely telling you to quit your job, genuinely, like you're not scared, you're not afraid of it. It just feels like, you know what, like I'm kind of over this job, like it's time for me to quit. And then your highest excitement then leads you to just like playing video games for the entire day. Again, you need to be following it on a moment-to-moment basis. So realistically, what I found, the flow of the moment is changing a lot. Sometimes for an hour, it's exciting to play a video game, and then I play the game in an exciting way, or I'll watch a certain YouTube video that's exciting. I don't know why, but I just do it. What this does is it spontaneously leads you into the lessons that you need to learn quicker so that, let's say your highest excitement is to eat some pizza, and then you eat the pizza, then your stomach hurts so much that your next highest excitement is to fucking research how to not be unhealthy. And you might watch one of my other videos where I'll save you literally 10 years of going down the wrong path because the diet advice that I'm sharing on this channel is like second to none because I get it from a source that's second to none. So what I'm saying is that your highest excitement can lead you into the life you want in an unexpected way. Sometimes it's as simple as just elevating your state, or just putting you in the right place at the right time. Like, your highest excitement might just lead you to go for a walk outside, and you might randomly just choose to take the left path. So on a moment-to-moment basis, you're actually picking what you're most passionate about. So you might take the left path instead of the right path, because the right path doesn't feel exciting. It feels tense, it feels dry and dead. So you take the left path. And the left path, you see this new coffee shop that you've never seen before. It just opened up. And you are excited to go in. And then you go in to the new coffee shop. And then you meet this girl there that you think she's cute. And it's just spontaneously, now you're excited to just say hi. And then it turns out that this girl is in a certain music business that is actually related to the business that you're trying to get into, which is digital design or whatever it is. And then you're excited to, she gives you an opportunity that you're excited about. So what I'm saying, I know this sounds like impossible, but it really isn't. You got to try it out for yourself. Be the scientist. Check it out. This is all grounded on the deep understanding that reality is not just a physical three-dimensional sandbox with zero spiritual component to it. There is absolutely, definitely, beyond the shadow of a doubt, read 200 books about the subject before disagreeing with me, that reality does in fact have some sort of spiritual, esoteric, mystical component to it. Just the fact that I am alive right now talking, speaking, and you're instantly understanding every word that's coming out of my mouth with zero latency, and it's just streaming through cyberspace. This is not like, this is not like a physical sandbox, okay? Of course, there's physicalistic explanations for all these things, but in addition to that, there is a spiritual component to life. And if you're a passionate human being and you want to follow your passion, you can't do it with a completely materialistic, atheistic, scientific, reductionistic worldview. They're not compatible. Because, first of all, it's not true, the reductionistic, materialistic, atheistic worldview. It's just incorrect, just flat out. It doesn't actually map the territory because it fails to explain thousands of mystical and spiritual accounts that exist, but you wouldn't know that unless you look and are curious and are actually researching reality, and you're searching hundreds of diverse perspectives, and you're really just pummeling your mind with paradoxical, contradictory examples that contradict your current worldview. This is very important to do in order to break your mind out of the box, the rigid box of like linearity, thinking that everything has to be linear cause and effect. Like, I have to work this job in order to make this amount of money in order to get the life that I want. I'm saying that reality, there's so many more possibilities that could potentially happen that could actually make getting the thing that you want in your life, which is a passionate life, that's what you want, a life that feels good in each moment. That's all you want, really. That feels fun, flowing, authentic, synchronistic. That's what you want. That's it. Very simple. There's a lot of shortcuts to getting there. You don't have to take the path that your rigid, logical mind set out for you or that it planned. Like, logically, I have to work for another 5 years to save up enough money to then later in the future buy this house. Like, that plan might not work. And this following your highest excitement thing, it requires some humility, some surrender, some trust, some faith. I've found that faith is a lot easier when I study many different perspectives, which I have a book list that's coming out soon. You can click the link in the description to check out some of my books that I recommend, but like reality transurfing is one good example. Looking at alternative ways of thinking to break your mind out of the box, or also listening to Bashar. You can go on YouTube and listen to some Bashar talk about the highest excitement, learning that reality isn't this linear thing. There's many possibilities of what could happen. The universal intelligence that literally designed existence and did a great job of making sure existence is gorgeous and beautiful and it works excellently, like without a single drop in frame rate. God, or the universal intelligence just renders existence perfectly without any frame rate drops or none of this. It just works. Everything's like working excellently. Everything is going according to plan. It also aligns life in this way that you can't logically predict with your ego mind. Okay, let's stand in the sun here. It's a little bright. Whoops. Let's lower my brightness a bit. Okay, logical ego mind can't predict the infinite possibilities of what's going to come next in the jazz concert that is your life. It's an improvisation. Of course. So, like, what I'm saying is, your life can be organized very well by following your highest excitement and just trusting that whatever needs to be done that day will get done. And if something doesn't get done, like, oh, Adam, on my to-do list, I have to do this business project, but I followed my highest excitement the whole day, and the business project, I didn't even touch it. So that means the follow your highest excitement doesn't work. And what I'm saying is, no, I'm saying your mind's plan that it needed to be done today was wrong. Because your excitement is always right, not your mind's plan. You're in the moment, embodied passion. That's the correct thing. If the business project doesn't get done, that means one of many things. Number one, it wasn't supposed to be done today. Maybe there's some experience that you're going to have tomorrow that's going to add into the business project. Or maybe you don't even need to do that business project. Maybe that business project is not even aligned with what you're supposed to do, and you're supposed to just actually drop it and make room for another business project that's even better, that's more lucrative, that's more exciting, that's more effective. So this works in all scenarios. It works in business. It works in dating. When in your dating life, when you're on a date, right? Or let's say you're taking a girl out or whatever it is, even when you're having sex, specifically in the moment, first of all, when we're following our highest excitement, okay? That doesn't mean you like hurt people. And also, if you pay close attention, hurting people isn't exciting. Okay, it's actually more exciting to just genuinely be a kind, loving, awesome individual than it is to rape someone or to hurt someone. Okay? So, but when you're having sex, notice that most of it, and if not all of it, even before you're actually having sex, but even the whole date beforehand, or the whole interaction beforehand, if you want it to flow down the path that is meant for you and your soul to experience, just let it be authentic. Let it be spontaneous. Let it flow. Let's say you're taking the girl out to a restaurant. You get there, the restaurant's closed. Oh no, I guess we weren't supposed to go there. Perhaps there's an even more exciting option. So now you check again. Okay, so restaurant's closed. Okay, what's the next most exciting option? Oh, maybe we should go to that restaurant over there. That one looks exciting. Okay, so then let's go to that restaurant. The conversation topic, it's fun, it's exciting, you're being honest. You're not performing, you're not putting on a show that you think you have to do. You're not approaching life. You're not approaching your dating life, your business life, your spiritual life as a checklist of like, what do I need to get done in order to achieve my future goal? Life isn't a checklist. It's an embodied present experience that's currently here now. Okay? And you can play with it. You can joke around with it. You can flow with it. You can let it move you. There's this kind of give and take. Like, sometimes it feels like you're the one that's moving your life, but if you pay close attention, there is no you that's actually making choices in a weird way. There kind of is in a way, there kind of isn't in a way. It's a complicated subject. So what I'm encouraging you to do is to understand that follow your passion is not about finding one specific passionate thing to do. I'm moving my camera because I'm hot. See? Look, we'll raise my brightness a bit. Follow your passion is not about finding one specific hobby or action or activity that you are passionate about. Understand anything that feels exciting in any moment is your passion. Like, for example, the other day, I watched The Little Mermaid, the original Disney Little Mermaid, by myself in my bedroom on a Friday night. And that was my Friday night. I just watched The Little Mermaid. Why did I do that? You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea. It felt good. Let's watch The Little Mermaid. Okay. I've never done this before. Okay. I put the movie on. I'm watching it. Oh my God. I had an amazing time. It was so fun. I was crying, like bawling, like by myself, just watching the Little Mermaid, just crying, singing the songs. I was learning deep lessons about my personal life. It was like a spiritual experience watching The Little Mermaid. It's like all of the symbolism and the meaning was like perfectly aligned to my current situation that I'm going through in my life. Everything fit and aligned. I learned deep lessons about who I am as a person. So how could I have expected that to happen, to literally have a deep, profound, life-changing spiritual experience just from watching The Little Mermaid? Is that a logical thing to do? Could I have planned that in my to-do list, in my schedule where I fight and grind and hustle to achieve my goals? How did I know that watching The Little Mermaid in that exact moment was going to actually bring me a lot closer to achieving my goals? It was going to help me to be more authentic. It's helped me to align my life the way it wants to be aligned. To be the version of myself that I want to be, to inspire me in my business and in my relationship, etc. How did I know that? So when I'm making my business plan, okay, am I going to watch The Little Mermaid on the business plan? Is that what's like? You see what I'm saying here? How do I know how life wants to unfold? This is what it means to live as an artist, to live as a creator of your reality. When we're talking about reality creation, creating your dream reality where it feels authentic and fun and enlivening and exciting and passionate. Notice it's not really you that's creating it. A lot of it is you surrendering to life being created for you. And you just relax. You just kind of enjoy the ride. Okay? Now, there's another thing that you can do that helps you follow your highest excitement. And imagine you're like going down the river, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream, right? You're rowing your boat merrily, merrily down the river. You're going with the flow. You're letting the river sort of take you. It is possible to steer the boat a little bit using the flow of the river. You can direct your life gently in the direction that you want it to go, while also using the natural energies of the water or of the flow of life that's appearing in the moment. The way you do this is multiple times throughout the day, you can visualize a slide or a vision. It could be like a frame of a movie, but visualize a scene, a scenario that feels ultimately abundant, ultimately fun and exciting for you. So it doesn't have to have any practicality involved at all. It can just be you, like whatever feels authentically maximum abundance for you, where you feel like amazing, you feel fun, you feel like you can relax fully, you feel like everything's taken care of, like life is easy, like it's that feeling. Okay, you can use that visualization as a tool to connect yourself with that feeling of genuine excitement. That doesn't have to be practical, it can just be fun. Okay, now once you've identified that feeling, what a weird sound, what the holy shit, there's like jets, there's like 8 of them. Whoa, I've never, holy shit, I thought I was getting, is that an airstrike? It's scary, man. Wow, I've never seen that before. So the passionate feeling, you connect to it. It's not about getting that scene that you visualized. It's more so about feeling that feeling of ultimate freedom and abundance. Feeling it genuinely in your heart. Practicing that feeling. And then once you feel like you're really feeling like you're really there. Let's say you're on the beach, you're swimming in the water, you're swinging from the vines, whatever you like to do. You're there, your ultimate excitement. Then you feel it, you let it build up, build up, build up, then you let it go. You drop it completely and you don't need it to manifest. Don't worry about that specific scene manifesting. It's about the feeling. So drop the scene, but keep the feeling. And then follow that feeling, let it unfold and develop in your moment-to-moment experience of life. And you'll find that your outer reality will begin to give you more and more reasons to feel that feeling. Okay? The last thing I wanted to leave you with is the principle of coordination. So what does this mean? When you're following your highest excitement and you're following your passion, you're using the visualization to sort of set a target feeling, and you're returning to that feeling a couple times per day. Then you're literally letting the energies of excitement move you. The energies of excitement literally move me to meditate. They move me to create art, to eat healthy food, to work out, to talk to my girlfriend, to talk to my parents, to talk to my friends, to talk to my clients. The energy literally moves me in the moment. If I don't feel excited to do it, I don't do it yet. I wait, and I do the other thing that feels exciting. Okay? So I let excitement synchronistically organize my life. Then, if it ever appears that some event on the screen of your life goes wrong, imagine your life is like a movie it's like a screen, like a play, and then something goes wrong, quote unquote. Your dog dies, or your girlfriend breaks up with you. or you lose a business deal, or whatever happens, something goes wrong. What you do is you don't interpret it as bad, you interpret it as good. So when something goes wrong, the only reason why you think it's bad or that it went wrong is because you it didn't go according to your mind's plan. Your mind had like a preconceived image of how your life was supposed to unfold. And then when it didn't go according to plan, like something quote unquote bad happened, then you get all down in the dumps about it, and you get angry and you get pissed off. What I'm saying is never do that. Okay? Don't get angry and pissed off when something doesn't go your way. Actually, just ask yourself, how is this actually going my way? What am I learning from this? How is this, let's say your girlfriend breaks up with you or whatever it is. Of course, you can be sad about it, but you can also take it as a new opportunity. Maybe it's creating more space in your life for something else to be born. So a lot of times you actually know that your reality is moving towards your ideal timeline, your shifting timelines, when things start to go wrong. Because it's not actually going wrong, it's just changing. That's all it is. Things change. So don't be so quick to judge good or bad. Just trust that things are changing. Actually, don't pay too much attention to what's going on and worrying too much about what's going on around you. More so, just live in the state that you want to live in now, in your visualization. Live in it now and follow the flow and have fun and chill out and trust it's going to work. And that's it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to like force it to work. You can actually just kind of take your hands off the wheel and relax and rest. You will find that the lessons you need to learn will come to you. The books that you need to read will come to you. The movies that all the information that you need in order to embody that ideal reality, that passionate, fun, exciting, supporting, synchronistic reality, that free life that you want deep in your heart, to just be a little kid and have fun and play and to express your fullest self artistically or creatively or organizationally in the world. That will, everything you need to embody that will come to you synchronistically when it's needed at the right time. You'll be in the right place at the right time all the time, because reality is organized by your passion, by your highest excitement. And this is what it really means to follow your passion. Okay? Now, what I just basically gave you was the summation of 8 years of studying and reading literally thousands of personal development perspectives. And when I say thousands, I literally mean thousands. Like, it's literally a fuck ton of different humans who have shared their insights about life, philosophy, religion, spirituality, reality creation, law of attraction, success, politics, economics, history, business, all of this. I just absorb it because that's what I do. That's who I am. I'm a sponge. I am insatiably curious to understand the nature of reality, how it works, so that I can live my personal best life possible that feels in alignment with my soul. Okay? Also, I feel like it's kind of my duty or my job to just be that so that I can share it with you and we can hang out and share these ideas. So that is what I do in my coaching program. If you're interested in being in my inner circle, close proximity to me, where we work with you specifically, your specific mind, to help to unwire a lot of this unhelpful conditioning that took me 8 years to unwire. We can kind of just shortcut the process and go right to the root and just make it quicker, easier, see what limiting beliefs are blocking you from living this way that I'm explaining. And we can help you to give you the techniques, the tools, the practices that I personally use to embody the version of myself that I want to be, to enjoy my life fully, and to feel like I am an instrument of the universe, that God, or whatever you want to call it, is playing me to help unfold a higher plan. And it's very fun, it's very fulfilling, it's very financially rewarding, it's relaxing, it's peaceful, it's exciting, it's enjoyable. So if that's something you want to participate in with me and be in my inner circle, learn how to do that for yourself, you can click the link in the description to book a call with me. I'll get to know you, see where you're at, see if I can help, and see if you're a good fit. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel. I got more stuff on the way. My book list is coming out soon. I'm working on that thing, writing all the reviews for all these books. There's over 100 of them. I'm very excited to share that. So stay tuned for that. Join my newsletter at the description, and otherwise watch more videos. I have another video. It's great over there. Okay, bye.